Hello, Elizabeth Peacock here from the Peacock Homestead. I just wanted to make a quick video about yarrow and what you could use to help if you were to cut your dog's toenail a little bit too short. You can use powdered yarrow leaves. I took actually the whole plant, not the stems, but I took the flowers and the leaves of the plant, and I made a quick powder with it, a blood stopping powder. So I am a licensed veterinary technician, and I'm also a pet groomer. So I was just tired of buying things at the store that cost too much money for using to stop the blood if you accidentally, because sometimes you can't tell with black toenails and they're really hard to clip. So what I usually do is I take the paw and I kind of put it backwards so I can see the overgrowth on the toe. So that will help too. But if you were to accidentally quick it and you have nothing at all, you could use flour or cornstarch. And so I've taken the yarrow plant, and they actually used this on soldiers during war to stop blood, like to stop you bleeding. So I wanted to show you how to make this blood stopping powder today. So I have, put you down right here. So if you don't have a mortar or pestle, you can use your food processor, but you're going to want to make sure your yarrow is completely dry. If you don't have a dehydrator, you could put them on, I use paper bags so it takes the moisture out of it, and I put it in the sun in my window, or you can hang it upside down. Just make sure you move them around a little and check on them to make sure they're not getting moldy. So I have my yarrow here. I have my yarrow and it's all dried up. I have the flower and the leaves. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna give them a little grinding. Make sure you get them really kind of small, like the smaller the surface area. Okay, and it smells so good. Okay, and I want to make sure you get it. Secret, and I actually have used this on my chickens. I went into the coop the other day and I was like, oh no, somebody is bleeding everywhere, and I had to check all their toes. And I come to find out the littlest little girl, one of my Rhode Island Reds, her toenail had come off and it had broken. She was probably doing some scavenging and scratched the ground too hard and lifted her toenail out of the bed of her nail. So what I did is I took my yarrow powder and I put it on her nail, and I held it in my hand for at least 30 seconds, and I kept looking to see if it was bleeding. And it was still bleeding a little, so I put a little more on there and I held it on there gently, and I kept looking, and it finally stopped the bleeding. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I had to share, and I've been using this in my pet grooming for a while now, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. If it helps pups' toes, then it's gonna definitely help any other animal's toes. And I tried it on myself as well. I had accidentally cut myself with the wire fence outside, and I was bleeding pretty heavily. So I put this on my cut and it stopped it right away. And I was like, that is super amazing. I love plants. So you're gonna keep on grinding it until it's kind of small. If you have any stems in there, that's okay. I just put the whole plant in there. I put the leaves, a few of the stems, and some of the flowers. And I did hear that the white yarrow flower is the best to use. I'm sure you could use the other ones, but I'm just going I'm just going by what all the professional herbalists say. The white yarrow flower is the best to use for medicinal purposes. You can use this for tea as well. But I think I got it pretty good here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so I got it finely ground up. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty small. It works super fast too. And then you're gonna want to put it in a jar. Whoop. You're gonna want to put it in the jar, and it smells super amazing. There we go. This helps out so much, even for yourself. And don't forget to label it, because I know I'm really bad at that as well. So we're gonna get a lid and label it. I use for my jars because sometimes I can't find like one of the rings or a lid, so I use my old peanut butter lids, and they fit perfect on all the little jars. It's super convenient, and then you don't have to go buy lids either, so that helps out. And then we're going to label that yarrow powder for pups. Okay. And you can use it on any animal if you if you have horses, cows, pigs, chickens. You could use it on any mammal. So I just hope that inspires you today in making your own blood stopping powder for your pets. And if you don't have this, if you can't find yarrow, you could probably order some online. And if you can't do that, you can always use flour or cornstarch. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for watching. And also thank you for subscribing as well. And please like this video. Thanks. Bye-bye.